Hello everyone and good evening. We're right on July 3rd today, almost running into the holiday for Independence Day. And I just want to share a quick video with you because this is something that's probably coming up for you. If you're going to a family get-together, a barbecue, a potluck, what have you, or if you're even hosting it in your own home, I wanted to share just a quick little motivational tidbit for you all because some of you might be feeling like you need to exercise your willpower tomorrow because not all of your family or friends are going to be eating the way that you're committed to eating right now in order to live a healthy lifestyle, which means you might be tempted by things that are loaded with bacon, cream cheese, regular cheese, fat, deep fried, all sorts of gluten. You know, there are all sorts of temptations going on when it comes to barbecues, potlucks, and family get-togethers. And I just wanted to share just a little bit of motivation because I've gone through it. I've gone through going to family get-togethers where people don't understand why you are eating the way you're eating, why it's important to you. And most importantly, they don't understand why you can't just give up your goals for one day. Because you know you can't, right? Like, there's this idea of a cheat meal and a cheat day and all that business out there. I'm here to say, no, there's no cheat meal, there's no cheat day. By the way, if you're hopping on live, please say hi so I can know who's joining me this evening. We're talking about holiday celebrations and how you deal with family who hate your food. Or when you hate their food and maybe you are planning enough that you bring your own healthy food and they hate on you for the food that you're bringing. It's going to happen, right? At some point in your life, you're either going to be faced with someone who doesn't like the way you eat, whether it's someone you love or not, or you're going to be faced with a situation where you have to make yourself slightly uncomfortable by bringing food that you allow yourself to eat to a get-together where maybe you've never done that before. So just to share a little bit about my personal experiences with that. By the way, my name is Jen. If you haven't liked my page yet, please do. I mean, you have if you're seeing this video. But just sharing a little bit of motivation in terms of the holidays and how not to see it as a cheat meal and how to be prepared for family who doesn't like the way you eat. So personal story, how I've dealt with this. I lost 100 pounds over 15 years ago, and when I lost the weight, I was not living with my family. Hi, thanks for joining us. When I lost my weight, I was not living with my family. So what that means is my family did not witness the type of willpower, the type of restrictions, the type of diet that I was working on in order to lose 100 pounds. Because they did not experience it firsthand and were not familiar with the process I was using, I didn't talk to them a lot about what I was doing. And they saw me after the fact. It took them some getting used to realize that, oh, she's not eating the same things. Oh, she doesn't like this anymore. It got to a point where I would go to my mom's house in Wisconsin and she'd be like, oh yeah, you don't eat this. Oh, what are you eating now? I can't even keep up with what you're eating and what you're not eating. It's frustrating, I know, but I will take it with a grain of salt because there are different times in life when I came home and I was vegetarian. Vegetarians in my family get a lot of flack. I grew up in the Midwest. We eat a lot of meat. We eat a lot of dairy. So not eating meat was kind of culture shock for my family. I have a brother-in-law who is vegetarian, more or less, and they tease him a lot about that, and he lives in the same city, so he has to deal with it a lot more than I do. Luckily or not, but my mom has gotten a little more understanding, tolerant, what have you, of other people's dietary preferences because she herself has some pretty strict ones in terms of things that make her feel physically ill. And a lot of folks these days are discovering that they have intolerances, allergies, what have you, and are choosing to abstain from certain foods. However, not everyone is in that place. And especially when it comes to family, we have a lot of traditions around food, especially when it comes to annual get-togethers where maybe that's the only time you see them. They will always serve certain foods. And if you've decided that you're not eating those foods for whatever reason, if it's to improve your health, to lose weight, to eliminate a toxin or something from your body that's not treating you well, you are legit avoiding that food. And you have a right to say no to that food. But do you feel comfortable saying no? I'll share a blog post that I wrote a year or two ago about how to politely say no to people in your family or your friends who push food on you. Because we've all been to one of those get-togethers, right? Where Grandma comes up, or Aunt Kathy comes up, or Uncle Frank comes up, Uncle Joe, and they have a special treat that they slaved over a hot oven for you, and you've decided you're not eating that anymore. There are a variety of techniques you can use. I will pop the blog post in the comments down below this video so that you have that. But what I'd like to share is it's okay that your family doesn't like the way you eat. It's perfectly okay. You're perfectly justified in eating the way that you choose to eat. I've found that what you eat has become a very political thing. What you do not eat is very political as well, almost worse than politics itself or religion. It can be very controversial sometimes. So I'd like to put it out there that it's okay to be firm in your convictions. It's also okay to not discuss it openly with people who won't understand you. So yes, I am saying that. You don't have to discuss your preferences with anyone. You can just say simple no. You could say, yes, thank you so much. I'm not interested right now. You know, there are other things you can say that hold you firm to your beliefs and are not opening discussion around the topic. Because sometimes, you know, when you run across someone who has a completely opposite point of view as you, just like if it's politics, religion, what have you, you do not engage them, right? Because engagement is going to cause frustration for both of you, anger, hurt feelings. It's going to cause issues, and you don't want issues at a family get-together because there may be other stresses in your life that come up at family get-together. So don't stress over food. Never stress over food. And of course, you can be that person who brings your own healthy food with you. Depending on what kind of family you belong to or what kind of friends you have, this may or may not be an acceptable practice. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No one's going to say to your face, gosh, don't you like my food? Or, what, my food's not good enough for you? You might get some snarky comments here or there. It doesn't matter. Once you leave that environment, you know that you ate the way you wanted to eat, and you're taking it home with you, and you don't have to engage with that person anymore. So those are my quick little tips here for how to deal with the family holiday celebrations. Just to be firm in your own convictions as to why you're eating the way you're eating. Don't feel like you have to engage with people about the reasons behind why you're eating that way. And to just understand that once you leave that situation or that get-together or that situation or that environment, you are back on home territory where you feel safe and secure and supported, and you don't have to worry about what people are talking about because they're not trying to reach the health goals. You are. They can do whatever they're already doing. Whether or not it has anything to do with health is none of your business. You don't have to engage with them. You don't have to be interested in that. So when it comes to your holiday celebrations, I'd love to hear from you. Do you say yes more often than you say no? And that could pertain to more than just food. It could pertain to a second helping of something that you don't want a second helping of. It could pertain to saying yes to participating in an activity that you really don't want to participate in. It could mean hosting something when you really don't want to host something. You know, it's good to examine what your default setting tends to be in family situations, because that gives you greater awareness as to how you can overcome those situations and be more prepared next time you run into that so that you can achieve your health goals. Your health goals are important. You are important. Your health should be your priority, not what other people think about your health or what they think you should do to obtain your best health. That is entirely a personal decision. You don't have to politicize your decision. It's yours and yours to savor and yours to commit to. That was my message for you today. This is Jen Espinosa-Goswami. I do want to throw it out there that I am having an amazing event in my free Facebook group called Wait No More. It's called the Summer Sparkle. Summit. It's an online summit taking place entirely in my Facebook group. It's completely free, no charge to anyone. And all month long, I'm going to be having experts on food, fitness, and mindset so you can finally achieve your boldest health goals. And by the way, I have asked all of my guest experts, I have 8 different experts coming in. I have asked all of them to share a wonderful gift for you to dig deeper into the topic areas they're going to be talking about. And the one person who has the most engagement overall throughout the course of the month will be winning a chance to get free health coaching with me, Espinosa-Goswami, to reach their health goals by the end of the summer. Doesn't that sound like something that would make you feel sparkly and fun? Join me in the group Wait No More. I'll post the link in the comments down below. We start July 6th, so do not hesitate to join as soon as possible so you can start benefiting from these videos sooner rather than later. Until then, have a happy Independence Day. Find your own freedom and find your path to body bliss by joining the Summer Sparkle Summit. And let me know what you have a hard time saying no to, because that's an important place to start. Thank you for joining me tonight, and have a happy celebration.